After the release of Naruto Ultimate Ninja, 1 year passed, and in 2007 we got our hands on Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2. Is the game any good? Did it improve upon the core gameplay that Ultimate Ninja introduced? Let's find out by first hopping into the battle mechanics of this game. In this game we are able to play with around 32 playable characters, where as usual most of the characters have to be unlocked by playing the main story mode of this game, but there are 2 characters that can only be unlocked by doing some special steps, about which I'll tell you a bit later. So we got the whole main cast of Naruto, including a few Akatsuki members and some new and interesting characters. We have Byakugan Hinata, Taijutsu Naruto, who has Lee's and Guy's Taijutsu outfit and he fights like Lee, Anbu Kakashi, and 2 types of Orochimaru, one where Orochimaru has his hands healed and the one where he can't use his hands and attacks using his tongue. What the f was that? And it's time again for our fun fact of the day. As already one of my viewers commented in one of my previous videos, Ultimate Ninja 2 for the Japan release has one more extra character. The character is Doto Kazahana, the main villain of the movie Naruto, the movie Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow, which came out in 2004 when this game came out in Japan, of course. This character was added in order to promote the movie in Japan. After picking our character, we are again introduced with the buddy system, but only this time we are able to select which buddy will help us. The principle is pretty much the same as the last game, where they will come and drop some items for you to use. This time each character introduces themselves before fighting.
Shino versus
the third Hokage.
The manga panel style intros return, which is a nice touch for them to continue using it. Again, each character says a few lines and they all clash. Some characters like Itachi and Sasuke, for example, have specific lines before they fight.
I have no interest in you. I was born to destroy you!
The stages are pretty much all the same, just like the previous game, but they removed all of the small characters that were in the stage and with whom we could interact in the previous game. Now the battlefield looks clean and to me it felt a little bit empty, after I got used to having some life in the stages. The stages again have a 2-lane system through which the players are able to traverse. The fighting in this game feels just like in the previous game, but now with some new added tweaks to it. They increased the chakra recovery speed. Now it doesn't feel as slow and sluggish as previously. Now they have added the ability to juggle your enemies in the air. Once you kick your enemy in the air, you are able to continue to deal damage. In the previous game, after hitting the enemy up, the enemy would just drop down like a sack of potatoes. Now in the air, we can either hit the enemy further in the air, continue to deal damage, try to hit the enemy to the ground, or try and grab the enemy in the air. As well, now you are able to extend the regular circle smashing combos by doing one of these things with the D-pad. While attacking the enemy and holding down the D-pad button, you will execute the move that will unblock the enemy. Holding the left D-pad button will hit the enemy and unblock the enemy on the last blow. Holding up the D-pad button, you are able to extend the combo by throwing the enemy in the air. Holding the right D-pad button will push the enemy in order to get some distance. Ultimate Jutsus make a return, where we again have 3 Ultimate Jutsus, one for each chakra level. Some characters like Anbu Kakashi or Shizune don't have an Ultimate Jutsu, but receive an awakening when trying to use an Ultimate Jutsu. For the Ultimate Jutsus, we now have 3 ways on how we can extend the Jutsus. We can input the button commands just like in the previous game, mash a specific button, or we can spin our joystick around as much as we can. Each character in this game has its own awakening. Tsunade, for example, has an awakening that puts her in a young state that will give her tons of attack damage for a small period of time and make her fast at the cost of losing some chakra. But once the awakening goes off, she will be in an old state, making her moves ultra slow. This game introduces the ability for each character to use 2 jutsus. By pressing the up or down D-pad buttons twice and the circle button, the character can execute a jutsu that costs some chakra. The beloved ninja tools are back with some new ninja tools, like paper bombs, poison bombs, chakra seal tags that disable chakra for the opponent, kunais with paper bombs, and explosive barrels. That on explosion will deal damage and throw the enemy back a few manga panels and change the stage. I love how they left the ability to change the stages mid-battle, but made it more fun and interesting. Another interesting detail is that some characters have their own starting ninja tools. Most of the ninjas have either shurikens or kunais, but Shino, for example, uses his bucks as throwing items, which is a nice detail that gives more context to the character. After each battle, we again are introduced to a battle song that shows us the conditions we have fulfilled and how much money we have earned by doing so. For the first time in the Ultimate Ninja series, we actually get a full canon story retelling. Get the saga storytelling away from me and give me this! As an ultra casual player, this is what I look for in these games. The story starts off at the final few matches of the Chunin exams. We see Naruto training with Jiraiya in the hot springs area of all of the places, before his match with Neji. After the training, we are given the control of Naruto. Yes, we are able to free roam. Well, kinda. We're able to walk around the Konoha village in a 2D-like world. This kinda reminds me of the free roaming of Storm 2. Each section of Konoha is actually represented in the battle stages. We're able to visit the center of Konoha village in which we can fight. The same goes for the Hokage faces and, for example, the training field. After Naruto runs as if he had a stick up his butt through the village, he fights Neji in the finals and beats him. After that, we relive some of the other fights like Shikamaru vs Tamari and Sasuke vs Gaara. After the last fight, the Konoha village is being attacked by Orochimaru and his goons, while Gaara and his brother and sister dip the scene. Naruto, Sasuke and Shino follow them. In the end, Orochimaru gets clapped by the third and loses the ability to use his hands, and Naruto beats up Gaara. After the invasion, Naruto and Jiraiya go looking for the next Hokage to Tanzaku town, another area in which we can free roam. They both find Tsunade, but she is playing hard to get because she was previously confronted by Orochimaru to help him. In the end, she sides with Naruto, where he and Jiraiya cut Orochimaru on Kabuto's cheeks before they dip again. And with that, the story mode ends. Yes, the story mode only follows the Leaf Destruction arc and the Tsunade rescue arc. What a letdown. Well, that's what the game wants you to think. In the free roam world, we are able to talk to all of the characters in the map, and all of them have voice lines. We are able to meet people like... And... if we talk to Hinata, Naruto gets reminded that he has a training due and forgot about it, so he rushes again with the stiffest run possible to the training field to train with Kakashi. After the training, we are able to use Kakashi and wander the town with him. We meet Guy and have a small chit chat with him. In the meantime, the cursed Orochimaru is planning to force Tsunade to heal him again, so he and his lapdog Kabuto infiltrate the village, but get caught by Kakashi and Guy. They all fight, and after the fight, Orochimaru uses a forbidden jutsu which he created, the Ghetto Mark Seal, which makes Kakashi's Sharingan not working anymore. After that, Orochimaru and Kabuto retreat. Kakashi consults with Tsunade and she says that she has no clue what to do, but knows that the third Hokage made a jutsu that could reverse the effects of the curse mark, but he hid the scroll somewhere in Konoha. After that, Kakashi has another training session with Naruto, Sakura and Sasuke, and they all notice that Kakashi is acting a little bit strange, but are not sure why. After that, the team heads on to a new mission. In the meantime, Tsunade has a dream that she is consulting with the third Hokage, and he says,
That which you seek is protected by heroes.
After that, Tsunade continues to look for the scrolls around the Hokage faces, but sadly, no luck. After a while, Kakashi and team are back in the village, and they all ask Kakashi what is wrong and that he has been acting strange lately. He says that it's not their problem and he dips. Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura all decide to investigate. So Naruto heads to the Hokage faces and talks with Tsunade, but... Orochimaru is back and again causing chaos. This time they use the Ghetto Seal Confusion on Naruto. Basically, Naruto is now controlled by Kabuto and he does as Kabuto says. After cursing Naruto, they both dip again to the lookout tower where Orochimaru, with the help of Kabuto, does the reanimation jutsu and revives 3 old characters. First of the reanimated people is Haku, who picked a fight with Sakura, but Sasuke, being the cool character that he is, jumps in to protect her. After the fight, Haku vanishes. In the meantime, Zabuza is fighting a weak Kakashi, where even Zabuza says,
What's wrong? Your moves aren't very sharp today.
Before the fight can continue, Jiraiya hops to help Kakashi and beats up Zabuza. Small side note, these extra story mode battles are insane. Each battle was harder than the last one. The enemies spammed the substitution jutsu like crazy and all of them were on steroids by having increased attack, defense and chakra. I spent like 10 minutes on this fight alone. After the fight, Zabuza disappears as well. In the meantime, Naruto is attacking everyone in the village and next in line is Sakura, but Tsunade is able to stop him by putting him to sleep. She says that he has to find the evil Naruto inside of him and fight him in order to break the curse. After that, Sakura interrogates Tsunade on what the hell is happening, and Tsunade tells that she's looking for a place which is guarded by the heroes, but she had no luck finding it. Sakura thinks a bit and says that the memorial stone could be the location they are after. Tsunade has a revelation and says that she will go and check for herself. In the meantime, Kabuto is looking for Tsunade, but is confronted by Neji, who gets clapped by Kabuto. Tsunade appears and Kabuto blackmails her into going to Orochimaru because if she won't, Neji will lose his Byakugan. Kabuto takes her to Orochimaru and Orochimaru asks her to heal his arms. At first she almost complies, but Kakashi shows up and says that he will protect the village even without his Sharingan. This gives Tsunade the strength to say no to Orochimaru, but bad choice, because he sends the last reanimated person onto her, and the person is none other than the Lord Third. we cut back to Naruto, who is fighting his evil self and wins. After Naruto wakes up, Sakura tells Naruto everything that happened and they both go to the memorial stone where they find the injured Neji. In the end, Naruto finds the scroll and goes to the lookout tower to find Tsunade. Naruto makes it in the nick of time and reads the scroll to Tsunade, who does the appropriate hand sense and does the Gero Mark release jutsu. Before that, Naruto almost gets killed by Kabuto, but Kakashi saves him. After the fight that Kakashi and Kabuto had, the third Hokage starts to vanish, while in the meantime Orochimaru is berating him for being useless and a worm. That pisses Naruto off and he turns into Nine Tails and Naruto smacks Orochimaru around, where in the end they both again retreat. After that whole incident, everything is back to normal, and with this ends the game's story mode. After finishing or while being in the middle of the story, you are able to again complete missions, only this time you have to first go to the character in the real world and talk to them. They are fully voiced again as well. By the way, after each fight you earn money and skill points. This game has a small RPG mechanic to it, where by fighting with a specific character you are able to earn points for that character, which then you can spend to increase their stats like attack, defense, speed, chakra and etc. As well, through the world you are able to fight some of the other characters in order to learn new jutsus, which can be customized as well. You can fight the characters, but as well participate in some mini games. Headstand race, where you smash square and circle in order to run with your hands, but they are ninja dogs that will try to hinder you from finishing the race. Push-up contest. Basically you have to smash the circle button more than your opponent. Winning 2 out of 3 will declare you the winner. And the pose minigame. Shikamaru or Guy will do some poses which are represented by input commands. You have to remember the input commands or repeat the poses. Each stage gets harder and harder. Do the poses correctly 5 times and you win the minigame. To unlock Byakugan Hinata, you have to first learn 2 of Rock Lee's jutsus by first talking to him and then winning him in a fight and in a push-up contest. After that, outside of the Chunin exam arena, you will see Hinata's father that will ask you to convince Hinata to fight Neji. After you do so, you can find them both in the arena, where after you win as Hinata, you will unlock Byakugan Hinata. For Taijutsu Naruto, it's a bit simpler. First talk to Guy outside of Ichiraku Ramen and then head to Tanzaku town to buy the Taijutsu costume. Be prepared to spend a good amount of money. After that, you bring the costume to Guy and he says to go and find him in different spot. The spot is outside of Tanzaku town, where here you will do a mini game and fight him. After that, you will unlock Naruto in a Taijutsu costume for the free battle. In this game, we actually have a store where we can select and buy items we want and not spin the ridiculous capsule machine of the previous game. In the market, we are able to buy figures, videos of ultimate jutsus, voice lines, stage music, buy packs of ninja info cards and buy a new guide ninja. In the Naruto's house, as you already can expect, you can view all of the aforementioned items. The figures in this game sadly don't have any animations, they are just still figures. Music and voice lines are similar to the previous game, and ninja info cards are basically the images from the anime, and some info cards depict the key moments from the anime. In this section we are also able to input passwords or cheat codes. There are quite a few cheats that can either give you money or unlock new info cards. I think that this game improved a lot from the last game. We now have a full dedicated story mode which retells the canon story and introduces a new filler story that isn't as bad as I thought at first. Some of the battle mechanics have been tweaked and improved, and we have a huge roster of 32 characters to choose from. The game feels a lot faster and more fun. In my opinion, this is where the greatness of Ultimate Ninja games started. But what did you guys think of this game? Have you guys ever played it? If so, let me know in the comments. I really like to read all of your comments and see how each of you have different stories regarding the Naruto games. If you like to see more Naruto or Naruto game related content, feel free to subscribe. But yeah, I wish you all a nice day/evening. Bye guys.